What's up, everybody? Couch Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Overwatch VOD review. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down a hard-stuck gold player who's been at this rank for a very long time, can't seem to improve, and they understand that they could be doing some things better, right? But they also feel like they have throwers in all their games, and it's one of the big reasons why they can't climb. So let's break down their footage, see what they're doing right and wrong, and then give you and everyone some actionable tips how to climb past your limits, break through ELO hell, and get to the rank that I know you want to get to. But go to the GameLeap website in the links down below for high quality, in-depth advanced guides, VOD reviews, tips, and tricks. We got so much content on the GameLeap website that you absolutely gotta check out right now down below. But without further ado, let's jump into the video. So, jumping right into it, we're gonna be following young Rose playing defense, of course, and she's going to be playing Sombra. So, I'm very interested in a Sombra VOD because we haven't done a Sombra VOD, and Sombra is one of those characters that takes a ton of game sense, pre-planning, understanding your role. There's a lot to cover here that's going to apply to a lot of different characters as well. So I think that this will be really good for learning, even if you are not a Sombra main. Okay, so you're throwing your translocator up there. That's good. You're going to throw it on the high ground. You put it on the high ground. You make sure that you can retreat there as the team pushes up the enemy team. You're going to be able to keep farming your ultimate charge, because typically, as long as you can consistently have an ultimate every 2 fights, that can potentially be a one team fight every 2 fights, because that's just how powerful this ultimate is. Now, something that's extremely important for you to realize right off the bat when we look at their team composition, before we even jump into it, is D.Va is an amazing character to hack because she's really easy to farm for your ultimate. And then Lucio is a character that you can completely counter because you can cancel his beat with your EMP, which is really important. One of the biggest things that you should be doing a lot, because you just like get rid of his ultimate, you win the team fight anyways. It's amazing. But there's 2 characters that can keep you in check. This D.Va also can keep you in check. She has a hit scan weapon, so she can find you, keep you in check, counter your hacks, and this soldier can as well. Soldier's also a pretty difficult character to deal with, so unless you see a perfect opportunity, you kind of just want to avoid him. But let's start breaking down some of your big mistakes. Okay, so you're going to wait here at the spawn. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. You're going to wait here at the spawn. You're going to look, and you're going to maybe find an opportunity. Let's see what you do. Waiting here, this is fine. No one's gonna find you here. The soldier runs right by. You're gonna chase the soldier. I think this is actually fine, especially if you can catch him out. So you're gonna hack him here, and you're gonna start, I think, so, ooh, that's close. So hacking there is good because you don't want him to throw down his heal station. You don't want him to helix or anything like that. But you really don't trade damage with him very well, even though I think you actually could have won that duel. You did get the drop on him. So let's back this up a little bit. So yeah, so right there, you're really making it very hard for you're making it really hard for you to aim. You're crouching, moving left and right, which is okay. But the thing is, you're not compensating your aim for how you're moving. Like, you're not keeping your crosshair, like, because you're the one moving left and right and crouching, you should be able to be pre-compensating your aim. This is a really important fundamental of aim when it talks about characters that have track-based weapons like Tracer, Soldier, Sombra. You should be pre-compensating your aim because you're the one moving and crouching to the left, right? So where does that move your crosshair? And where should you be moving your crosshair to accommodate for it, right? If you can do that, you can make it so you're going to be staying on target a lot better, and you should be able to be trading damage with the soldier really well, honestly. But you're really just not doing it because you got to understand, he doesn't have his helix, he doesn't have his heal station. You legitimately could have actually won this duel, in my personal opinion, if your mechanical skill was a little bit better and if you were compensating for your own movement. So those are 2 things that I think is really important. And they're going to come up later on, and you're going to see that in a second because we're going to break this down a little bit more. But anyways, it's good that you don't get killed here. It's really close, but it's good that you don't get killed here. I like this. I think you do need to get healed up. You probably want to group in with your healers just to get a little pump of heal, because I think you play up on this high ground for a little bit too long and you don't get any heals. This is a good position, though. I actually do like this position because you can just get ult charge, right? That's like mission 1. Remember, get ult charge. You're kind of not doing great on ult charge. I know that you were dealing with that soldier, but really, you want to make sure to go back to grinding this ultimate because it's your #1 way to dictate fights. Trying to get that hack off. I think you're going to get it off. That's good. Probably didn't even need to recall there, but you really needed heals. You still haven't gotten healed since the beginning. You're still at 104. Okay, that's fine. I like your use of translocator. Something that a lot of Sombras do that's bad is they throw their translocator like way far away where it's never going to get found, but they end up getting out of the fight every time they do it, which you're not doing that, which is a really good thing, and I like that a lot. You're throwing out a lot of hacks, and I understand why. I think hacking this diva is probably the best bet, but really, you don't really have to hack. Like, you don't have to hack all the time. Like, just generate that ult charge. Shoot this diva. Get that ultimate up. If you see an opportunity to hack her, and then you can spam into her easier, but you don't have to just keep hacking on cooldown, because remember, it's all about your ultimate. That's like the #1 thing right now. Now, if you had a Rhine, like an enemy had a Reinhardt, getting a hack off on that Reinhardt could just be amazing. And even that Sigma, if you manage to get the hack off, it's good. It's just, it's not going to be the easiest thing, and I think you're wasting a lot of time trying to force it through. But this is good spam. See, now you're all the way up almost to 50% ult charge. Their Lucio died early, so he's not even close to his beat. Trying to get that hack. Backing off. Gonna grab the mini, I believe. You don't grab the mini. Okay, so I don't think you know where the health packs are, if I'm being honest. Something you should probably learn at Sombra. Sombra, I mean, she plays around health packs. You should know where they all are. You should keep that in your mind. I know it takes a long time, a lot of hours to learn every health pack, but with Sombra, you should try to learn them as much as possible, just to minimize your downtime. You're finally getting healed by your healers. That's good. You just, okay, so now you're going into this back line. You almost kill this junk. Okay. I gotta re-break down this, because this is really important. Okay, so there's a soldier and a Junkrat behind you. This is an interesting decision here, whether you go back for these people or you just focus this. I kind of like trying to kill this Mercy, because I think you could kill her really easily based on her position. Especially when you start getting that mechanical skill a little bit better, like a little bit higher, you're going to be able to track very well. I mean, Sombra's damage is not far off from Tracer's. She's perfectly capable of, like, playing up on the high ground, shooting this Mercy. As this Mercy drops down, you drop down on top of her, you do damage, you melee her, and then you instantly translocate. And you can get these kills, and you can find these really, really great picks. You can also keep spamming that diva. I understand why you want to go back to these guys on that side, but I don't really necessarily think that you just jumping in and at 2 DPS is the way to go about it. You could go to that high ground. I really think the Mercy is probably a better option, but I understand why you made that decision. You're like, I gotta peel, I gotta do this, but yeah. You almost do kill that Junkrat. And you might have actually been able, if you were a little bit greedier, you might have been able to kill him. Oh, that soldier, like, completely whiffed on you. I know why you got out. But he literally just whiffed all of his damage and his helix. I think he's actually, this Junkrat's about to get a tire. A really fat tire. You're going to be able to finish that off. That's good. The Junkrat kills your Ana. And I think he's about to get a fat tire here. Yeah. So that's a little unfortunate. But I do like this kill. The Junkrat emotes and you get a kill here. So this is actually really good. You got a kill on the soldier and you got a kill on the junk. So those are 2 late kills. But the soldier got rezzed. But something that you could do on Sombra that I think you should really think about doing here is actually spawn camp. This is something that's amazing you could do on Sombra, especially up against a Junkrat. Junkrat doesn't have a way to stop your hack, right? Especially if you're at a distance. He doesn't have a way. And if he's flying through the air, he's super easy to track. So if the Junkrat isn't really careful of you, you get a free spawn camp on him if you just go wait for him by the spawn 100% of the time. And you should be thinking about how do characters line up versus your hack. A character like Zen, even Far, there's a whole bunch of characters that if you wait for them, you can get a free kill on them if they're alone coming back from spawn. And I think what you do here, I understand your thought process here, but I actually don't like this play at all. So you're going to play right here, you're going to touch the point. You could have just insta-died here, first off. I know you can get away, but you could still just get insta-killed here because there's a lot of eyes looking at you. I really like either playing for that Junkrat spawn camp or look for an opportunity, set up in a position so that you get a really fat EMP. Their Lucio's not even close to EMP. He died early. He died multiple times, so you should already know that. And yeah, you should just be making sure that you're going to set up for the perfect EMP here. I think you delay for a little bit. It's not going to change anything. Your team's still going to be able to fight. In fact, you almost die. They almost chase you out of here. And you have to go grab this mini. You have to see, you see how you stalling for like maybe 3 seconds there forces you to EMP not optimally. You have to throw your translocator into EMP rather than being able to EMP and have a translocator to get away. And you're not at full health. So there's like a lot of factors here where if you would have just set up for the win condition, which was the EMP, you would be way better off. I think you still managed to win this team fight because you use Nano, Shatter. No, you actually get killed by the visor up there. You come back. You're still doing a pretty good job. They're not doing a great job at clearing you. So, I mean, you can just keep generating ult charge on this diva. I'm not entirely sure what that was. Did someone kill your translocator? Or did you ever even throw it again? No, you never threw your second one. Like right here, you're poking. You need to just throw it. Yeah, you know, I think maybe you thought you threw it. I'm not entirely sure, but you're just gonna die there for free, which is unfortunate because this fight maybe could have gone on for a little bit longer. You could have built your ultimate up, probably not, but they wouldn't have been able to walk in as much if you're there. A little bit more pressure, so it is kind of a, it's a silly death to have, and your life could have actually made a difference. At the very least, you would have a ton more ultimate charge. You'd probably have your ult already right here. Let's skip ahead a little bit. You're gonna throw it on the high ground on ramps. I like that. Wow, that's actually a nice clip. I like that. This is very risky, but I like that kind of play. You can kill the Mercy too. Let's go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't need that. Maybe it was close. It's really close, honestly. I actually think that you probably could have just focused the Sigma down here and not use your ultimate. And if the Lucio beat, you respond to that. Or if they activate an ultimate, like if they activate Gravitic Flux, you respond to that with EMP. You don't necessarily have to use it here, but I understand why you did. So I don't think this is a big mistake, but you most likely could have just focused this guy down together with your teammates. And yeah, I think this is probably a little bit overkill, just a little bit. On the plus side, you're going to be able to generate a little bit more ult charge here. Nice DMAC. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I really think that if you can master you moving while correcting your aim, you're going to just be able to be a lot more mobile, right? A lot harder to hit, especially against a lot of different types of fire, like Sigma fire, projectile fire, McCree fire, but you're not going to affect your aim all that much. So I think I would highly suggest you practicing like crouch, left and right, and spraying, and being accurate, making sure you're compensating against bots for your movement. So you're still tracking a target while you're moving. And then practice jumping in there. Just incorporate some of that movement while you're practicing aim training. And you're going to get a little bit better at it. And it's going to be really good for you being able to dish out more damage and take less. So definitely important overall. So, okay, so it's looking like they ended up using a beat. They wasted it. You're going to be able to kill this soldier? Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh. Okay. 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 Ooh. So he kills 2 people with visor. So, yeah. Yeah, this aim looks all over the place. This is just... That's just all over the place, my guy. Yeah. That's... And it's really bad for you to die there, too. Because you were already down. Oh, you're getting rezzed. Hey. Your mistakes are forgiven. Nice. Oh man, wow. I don't have the sound on this recording, but maybe you could have heard him. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. Okay, so we're still holding on this point. I think y'all actually managed to lose this at the very end. This is a good kill on the Junkrat. Nice. Yeah, see, that's why Soldier's good at dealing with Sombra. Soldier is like a soft, maybe even a hard Sombra counter, honestly, because he has a lot of tools to just make Sombra ineffective, especially if he's keeping an eye on her often. So you're gonna come back in there, you're stopping the car, you're EMPing, you're going for it. Okay, so I have a few big takeaways for you that I think you really need to work on. One, I think that in general, you need to really focus on your mechanical skill, specifically with, like I said, correcting your own aim while you're moving. It's very important. It seems that there's a lot of scenarios where you could definitively win a duel, but you're barely missing out on it because you're just not outputting enough damage. And on top of that, I see you playing Sombra a little bit too aggressively at times. You're going in at people like your Tracer. You're not really playing for your win condition, which is your EMP, and you're making these plays that don't really matter, like stalling the cart and different things like that. So I think all of that combined with these little tiny mistakes that I pointed out throughout the video, I think these are all things that you can see it when it's laid out, how these things can add up to you not having the impact that you need. So go grind your mechanics, practice all the things that I said, and then just really make sure that you are focusing on how your character lines up against the enemy composition and then playing for that. Like if the enemy team has characters that you can farm really easily, like Zens and things like that, you can go for them, be more aggressive. But if the enemy team has characters that you can farm your ultimate, for instance, like a diva, that could be the character that you abuse the most, and it might be different from game to game. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Please smash that like and subscribe, and go to the GameLeap website in the links down below for tons of high quality advanced guides, tips and tricks, VOD reviews. We got so much on the GameLeap website that you got to go check it out right now down below. But that's all I got for you today. Thanks so much for coming by. I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.